the New Orleans Saints, who are just perpetually in cap hell every single year. But now all of a sudden it's mid-April. And you may need a quarterback. They have Spencer Rattler, which, if you believe in, if you're very online, terminally online, like I am, there was some talk about the agenda where there was a contingent of Saints fans that wanted Spencer Rattler to start over Derek Carr. He might have the chance to now, just because Derek Carr may not be available after all. It completely kind of changes the landscape of then how we look at the first round of the draft, because the Saints have a top 10 pick, but if you're talking about, like, if you assume Cam Ward goes to the Tennessee Titans, then you have Shedeur Sanders, who has your quarterback 2 pretty much. Yep. Or, I mean, you could argue for Jackson Dart, I suppose, but quarterback 2 is kind of widely accepted to be Shedeur Sanders. He has to clear now multiple teams that could possibly need a quarterback on his way down to 9. And if that's the case, and now you're set, if you're New Orleans, on drafting Shedeur, now you have to talk about a trade up.
Right.
So it changes the entire landscape now of the first round.
It's fascinating, truly. I know you mentioned New Orleans has a top 10 pick, and top 10 meaning they're 9th, right?
They're 9th,
there is a lot of things that would have to go their way for Shedeur to ultimately fall to 9th. So I would expect them to be aggressive.
They haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round. The Saints have not in 54 years.
Wow.
They haven't done, because I think a lot of people, like, if you think back to the whole Drew Brees thing, like, they didn't draft Drew Brees. They traded for him. So for as good of a quarterback as he ended up being for them, they did not draft Drew Brees. So it changes everything when it comes to talking about even like the top 5 picks, and staying at 9, even though I don't think any of us, I guess if you're assigning value, think of Shedeur Sanders as a top 10 pick. We know quarterbacks rise based on need. And now there are multiple teams in the top 10 before that number 9 pick that the Saints have that could need a quarterback or could take a quarterback. And you have to get creative if you're the New Orleans Saints at this point.